Your Majesties, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished guests, comrades and friends, today all of us do, by our presence here and by our celebrations in other parts of our country and the world,
confer glory and hope to newborn liberty. Out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long, must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud.
All humanity will be proud.
Our daily deeds as ordinary South Africans must produce an actual South African reality that will reinforce humanity's belief in justice, strengthen its confidence in the nobility of the human soul, and sustain all our hopes for a glorious life for all.
All this we owe both to ourselves and to the peoples of the world, who are so well represented here today.
To my compatriots, I have no hesitation in saying that each one of us is as intimately attached to the soil of this beautiful country, as are the famous jacaranda trees of Pretoria and the mimosa trees of the Bushveld.
Each time one of us touches the soil of this land, we feel a sense of personal renewal. The national mood changes as the seasons change. We are moved by a sense of joy and exhilaration when the grass turns green and the flowers bloom.
That spiritual and physical oneness we all share with this common homeland explains the depth of the pain we all carried in our hearts as we saw our country tear itself apart in terrible conflict, and as we saw it spurned, outlawed and isolated by the peoples of the world, precisely because it has become the universal base of the pernicious ideology and practice of racism and racial oppression.
We, the people of South Africa, feel fulfilled that humanity has taken us back into its bosom, that we who were outlaws not so long ago have today been given the rare privilege to be host to the nation of the world on our own soil.
Fantastic.
We thank all our distinguished international guests for having come to take possession with the people of our country for what is, after all, a common victory for justice, for peace, for human dignity. We trust that you will continue to stand by us as we tackle the challenges of building peace, prosperity, non-sexism, non-racialism, and democracy.
We deeply appreciate the role that the masses of our people and their political, mass democratic, religious, women, youth,
business, traditional and other leaders have played to bring about this conclusion. Not least among them is my second Deputy President, the Honorable F.W. de Klerk.
We would also like to pay tribute to our security forces in all the ranks for the distinguished role they have played in securing our first democratic elections in the transition of democracy from the bloodthirsty forces which still refuse to see the light.
The time for the healing of the wounds has come. The moment to bridge the chasms that divide us has come. The time to build is upon us. We have at last achieved our political emancipation.
We pledge ourselves to liberate all our people.
From the
continuing bondage of poverty, deprivation, suffering, gender, and other discrimination.
We succeed